welcome back. Glad to see you. We're going to talk a little bit about some Alfredo sauce, that is. We're going to make some up. This is a very simple and easy sauce to make. You can pull it together in less than 5 minutes for the sauce. Then you decide what you're going to put it on. Today we have the carnivore version, the pasta version. So we're going to do a little bit of both. So there is a tip I want to give you about making Alfredo sauce that'll help you make the best possible sauce, and that is your cheese. I have regular Parm here and Parm here, and this Parm is our Parm that comes out of the package. And if you look at it and you get up close to it, you will see how dry, and the creaminess to the Parm is almost gone. So when you put this into your warm cream, it will not melt down. You will end up with little hard strands and particles. You can see how dry it is in there. So I always choose, get you a wedge of Parm. It stays forever. Put it in a Ziploc baggie, whatever, airtight container. You can keep it in the refrigerator. And then grate it right before you use it. And this is pretty much with anything that you want Parm on to, that you want it to have some meltability too. Now for my Alfredo sauce, I want to make sure that I have a small blend here. And this is about this size on your box grater. You can powder it, but I tend not to. It just takes so long to powder it. And I want a full cup of this. I'm making a double batch today, so I need a full cup. So I'm gonna grate this up and just slide it up and down, rotate it around, and just keep going till I get a cup and then a little more to sprinkle for garnish. So there we go. And that didn't take much, maybe 30-40 seconds, maybe even a minute. So now you can see the difference. You can see how dry that is and brittle, and it doesn't have any creaminess to it on the inside, but this is so soft it actually sticks together. It's so creamy. This doesn't. If I do that, it just falls apart. This is what you want. You want this fresh creaminess. You can feel it still moist when you pick it up in your fingers. So that Parm is ready to go, and I'm ready to go to the stove. So I'll meet you there. We're back at the stove, and I'm going to heat my skillet here. And I'm going to get it pretty warm. And then this pot here is for my sauce. And I'm going to turn my flame down really, really low. And my sauce, I'm going to start with some cold butter, and I have 1 stick. And then I'm going to let that melt down, and while this is heating, I'm going to add just a tad of my olive oil to the pan, because this is where we are going to cook our protein, which is going to be our blackened shrimp. It's going to go in our skillet. It's going to cook really fast. I've already washed, peeled, deveined everything. It's dry. I've layered it well with Cajun seasoning and salt. When I put this in the skillet, I want the Cajun seasoning to be on the downside, not the upside. Move this around a little bit, and as it gets hot, I'm going to put it in. Now this is not true blackened shrimp, but it's as close as we're going to get. And I also have a blackened steak to go with this meal. So Alfredo sauce can go on just about anything you want it to go on. Everybody knows it goes on pasta, so we'll have a little pasta too. But for the carnivore version, you would just eat the shrimp and the Alfredo sauce. Now you can see my butter is melting, and it's getting really nice and melty, and I've got 1 stick of butter going in this. Now I have the recipe, it'll be in the description box, and this is 1 cup of heavy cream going in. Usually when it's just 2, I cut this in half. So the recipe that's in the description box, it will be for a half. So that's the easy way to remember it. A half, and a half. Half a cup of cream, half a stick of butter, and a half a cup of Parmesan, and that is your sauce. So now we're going to start putting in our shrimp, and this side is going down. all the way around. And remember which way you started. And these take 1 minute per side. So in 2 minutes, this shrimp will be ready. So as soon as I get this shrimp in here, I am going to throw my pasta in that pot of boiling water. And it is fresh pasta that I got in the deli section. So it takes about 3 minutes to cook. So this is 2 minutes, that'll be ready. 3 minutes and it all comes together. I cook my steak ahead, set it aside for it to rest, because I usually like it to rest at least 5 minutes. So then it's well rested, and then we move on to bring everything else together. And this goes very fast. So as you can see, my butter is already melted. My shrimp's gone in. And for classic Alfredo sauce, you will need nutmeg. Fresh grated is best. And just put your good splash on there. I don't even know how much that is, maybe a pinch or two. If your family likes it, put more. If not, put less. And you can add chili flakes to it, but since we're doing blackened seasoning, which is already spicy, well, I'm not going to add the chili flakes. To flip these, you can see how they're already turning opaque, and we're just going to start flipping. And I went this way, I think, so this is the way I'm going to flip. And that's what I want, that crispy, blackened look to it. See how the seasoning has crisped up? That's what we want. Now, a true blackening would be very, very hot and very, very smoky. So we'll do that in the summer when we can do it outside on the flat top. But for right now, I think we've got this covered. Now, once I flip this over, I'm going to turn the burner off and just let them finish cooking, and they will be ready when my sauce and pasta is ready, which will not be long. So, like I said, this goes very fast. Turning the flame off, and I'm pushing it to the back, and we'll turn this burner back on low, very, very, very low. It does not have to be high. You don't want your milk to break down. And here's our boiling water for our pasta, and I am going to turn it back up to high, and it's going to boil very quickly. See how this is already boiling, and it's already starting to reduce. So I am going to, this is already simmering really nicely, and I am not going to add salt to any of this at this point. This is reducing down. The Parmesan will be very salty, so it doesn't need salt. It has salted butter in it, but you can make it with unsalted butter. The blackened seasoning, it does have salt in it too, and then my pasta water will have salt. So we're going to go ahead and add in our pasta, and this is pappardelle, and it's fresh from the deli. So I'm just putting that in. It takes about 3 minutes, and then we'll strain it and be ready. And my parm is going in. There we go. I'm just going to stir it around. It's going to reduce, and that's it. By the time that's cooked 3 minutes, this will be ready. It's already turning thick, and look, it's already coating my spoon. It looks really good. Tastes good too. Oh yeah. Now I will say one thing about the crusty shrimp I forgot to tell you. Is that I did do it and let it sit on a paper towel and patted it really good and dry before I added my seasoning. And then it has set for about 15 to 20 minutes so it can flavor well, and then it's good. Then the seasoning is also dry when it goes into the pan. So that's what helps make it so crusty. I will not put the shrimp into the sauce because I don't want to lose my crust. Now you see this sauce, how nice and thick it is? That is perfect. I'm going to turn the flame off. I don't want that cooking. I don't want it breaking down. But there we are. That is perfect. And this pasta should just about be ready. Now I will also give you one more tip. I keep running out of tips here. I would definitely try to use some type of non-stick pan to make my sauce in, because the sauce will stick to a pan and then you have a coat of cheese all in your pan. It's very hard to clean up. This makes it a breeze. It's so easy to wash up. And this is one of those ceramic pans or non-stick. Sometimes I make it right in the skillet, especially if I'm putting the chicken or whatever I'm putting into my sauce, and I do it that way. I think this pasta is just about ready. Look how limp it is. Let me taste one. Really the only way to check is to taste it and see. I'm going to turn my flame off, get ready to drain it. Oh yeah, that is so good. Okay, I'm going to drain the pasta and I'm going to meet you back at the serving island, and we're going to talk about how to plate this, and we're done. We're ready to eat. I'm back and we're ready to plate this dinner. So we're going to have 3 versions here real quick. It's not going to take much. My first one right here, of course, it's my pasta. And one of the things I'm going to tell you about this is I don't want you to rinse it. Now, if I was just doing pasta, I might just drop it back in there. But because I am putting it on a plate, and I'm going to top this pasta with some of my blackened shrimp. So there we go. You can use any kind of pasta you want, angel hair, you rigatoni, whatever pasta, and just follow the instructions on the box or the package to know how to cook it, how long to cook it till al dente. So then we're going to go ahead and sauce it. I got a nice big pile of sauce here, and I'm going to move it over here. And here we go. Here's our Alfredo sauce going on, and that looks so good. Yes, it's ready. And then we're going to put on our shrimp right across the top. And there we go. And while I'm at it, I'm going to put some on here because we're going to sauce this up really good here for all those people who are carnivoring and they just want the shrimp and Alfredo. And there's a little shrimp juice. And we're going to go ahead and drizzle some Alfredo right across the top of that. Now that is looking really good. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to drench our steak right across the top of it. This is the ultimate feast right here. And it's shareable. Look how big that is. So that's a New York strip cooked in medium rare. And we're going to douse it in the Alfredo sauce. I'm going to add some more here. You can, if you are a bread eater, you can always serve it with garlic toast, fresh garlic, a side salad, which I threw one in just for. So look how much we got out of that one batch of Alfredo. And so easy. What did it take us? 5 minutes? We were done. So there's a fork for that one. I'm going to throw these shrimps right here on top of our steak. And we're ready to eat. So this is for Brooke because she said she likes her carnivore shrimp Alfredo with some extra meat. So there you go, Brooke. Just drizzle that on there to give it some yum. Here we go. Now for a little extra douse of parm, just to decorate it all up. A little bit on our salad. Gonna decorate that up. Decorate this up. And you can add black pepper if you want. I always put a little on the end just for decoration. And of course, you always have to serve steak and red wine with a nice, rich Alfredo sauce. There you go. Alfredo sauce, pasta, shrimp, steak and shrimp. Surf and turf. Enjoy. You can do this. See you next week. Bye. This turned out really well. I'm very happy with this video, actually. But I am fixing to dive into this. I want to taste it. Oh, I'm so hungry. They say don't make cooking videos when you're haven't eaten. So, oh my gosh, look at that. That's perfect. And I love a good New York strip. Douse it in there. Oh yeah. I need a piece of shrimp a little bit. Okay, what are we videoing next now?